from, but
Are we live?
We
And
live.
we definitely live.
we
Let's get
back. We
We
back.
back.
We back. We back. We back. Shout out to all y'all. Let's see what first person to come in. Want to see the first person? We're gonna roll on and we're gonna all shout them out.
All
Let's
right,
see
for
who
real.
come in there. First person to come in. First person that posts a comment. We all shout them out.
I want to shout. Hold up, before we even get there, I want to shout Feast out because he ain't got that Jamaican shirt on and shit today.
Yeah, boy,
I
bro.
made sure. You heard me?
I
I
gotta
made
represent.
sure.
Gotta make sure I represent.
Like he came
Check
off
this.
the damn
Check him out.
beach.
Gotta
Hey,
make
D,
sure I
yesterday I
represent
had
for the
this
real, for
shirt
real.
on, right? I had this shirt on. I just threw it on because I was in a rush to get on here, and it was the wrong shirt, and it was killing me.
Yeah, they was
Yo, shout out to the real Israelites. Peace, brother. Off the hook. Troy Barley, what's going on? Let us know where y'all at with it.
yeah, y'all. This the Shady Show, first 48. I am hip hop. CEO Feast. We got D. Uh, D. If you want, let the people know
Yes.
what it is. Let the people know it. You know what I mean? And introduce yourself to the people real quick. Cause we added we
Hey everybody, how y'all doing tonight? Well, this afternoon. I'm in here. I'm doing whatever needs to be done, asking whatever questions. I'm here for it. So let's start it.
Let
okay.
them know. Let them know
Okay.
your name and where you're from. You from Philly?
I'm Deanna. I'm from 49th Street. I'm from Philly,
40,
but I'm a
49
little
for what?
known.
49 for rep your street. I'm from 15 for York.
I'm from 49th from Hoops.
Oh, all right,
I'm
shout
from
Uh,
out to
Johnson Holmes. I'm from Soul City.
I'm
what's
from.
up,
So
though?
what is
I'm
North
from
Philly
Philly.
versus what is North Philly versus West Philly now, y'all?
Oh, you can't forget South Philly right in the middle. You can't do
Oh,
that
yep.
to
okay.
my
Oh,
man.
all right.
Shout
We
out
got
to Doug from
uh
Philly.
okay. Shout out to
Southwest in the
Bugsy.
building too.
Shout out to
Southwest in the
Bugsy.
building.
the P,
Yeah,
the
Southwest
P,
definitely in the
the
CEO
building.
P is in
King.
the building. Shout out to all my niggas like Cree Forge, Take 215. You know what I'm saying?
You can't
yeah,
forget
yeah.
about Frankie with the grippers, right?
You can't
Frankie with
forget
the
about
grippers,
Oh,
Dexter Dill,
free
K
pool
Dot,
paper.
K Dot,
Dexter, Superstar,
Frankie
yay.
with the Grippers. Frankie with the Grippers
free
from
TV
Southwest.
Bay, free TV Bay. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
free
Free
TV.
TV back.
You know?
Journalist,
Yep, yep.
There's a
Hey,
lot of
hey,
shit,
Black
man.
Thought,
There's
Black
a
Thought.
lot of history
Frankie
in
from
South
Southwest,
Philly.
right?
You know where I'm from.
A lot of
15th
history.
New York, baby. You know. So let's get to it, man. We're gonna start off today. We got 11 people in here. Let's get the show rolling, man. I want to welcome all you guys. Usually we do this in the morning, but we wanted to double back and we just trying to get with ourselves on our scheduling and whatnot, and we're gonna do what we need to do. Uh hey man, we got some topics here. I'm gonna throw one up and we just gonna let this thing roll, all right?
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Let's get
So
it.
so
So
make sure for sure y'all subscribe to our YouTube channels, follow us on Instagram, and definitely make sure you go to theshadyshow.com and cop up some merch, support the show, also support the super chat, Cash App, Philly First 48. All right, so let's go.
Yo,
The
for sure.
first
And y'all just make sure y'all share this.
share it and
Share
Yeah,
it.
like,
share it.
share it and like,
absolutely.
Get the link.
share it and
Get the
like.
link. Get that link out. Get them notifications out. Like the video and all that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
facts.
For
So check
sure,
it. We're
man.
gonna go into our first topic, man. DJ Bugsy, you like to go?
Weird. So I all right. So are we going to go straight into the Meek Mill, or are we going to go into the artist Spotify
It's down
situation?
at is at the bottom ticker.
Oh, okay. So all right. So yeah. So let's get into that. So I want to bring up this is for the artists, and pretty much a lot of artists now are trying to go direct to consumer model because they feel like Spotify, Apple Music, and these other platforms are not giving them the money that deserve for the art that they're putting out. So I basically raised the question to the audience and to my fellow co-hosts. What are y'all thoughts on that? Do you feel like being on Spotify, being on Apple Music is a better look for an artist, or do you feel like getting a website and getting your music going straight to your fans? And not only that, you'll be able to get the email so you can have some type of contact and some kind of dialogue with your fans. What are your thoughts? My thought personally, I think it depends on what level you on as an artist, but I do think that artists that I've been interviewing,
Hmm.
prime example, Reese Bangham, he did that. I thought that was a very good idea. And I asked him why he doesn't do streaming. He said because he can't find out what his demo is. He can have 1,500 fans in Jersey, but he's not gonna know that if it's on Apple Music. So I give it to y'all at that point. I feel like that's a good idea for these artists to know and do.
Exactly.
Let's throw with the feast, man.
Yeah.
Um, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we
Am I
can.
cool?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We,
Okay.
somebody got the live on. Somebody got the live on and is giving feedback.
Hmm?
Is it
Go
me?
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Come
we
on.
good.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Okay. Okay. Now, what was? I'm sorry, y'all. It was a little tech difficulties. What was the question again? My bad.
What? Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Is
Buzzy.
that the subject is at the bottom? Ticket direct to consumer versus streaming. Which is
Streaming.
better, going directly to the consumer or streaming it on these platforms?
Right.
You gotta pay attention.
I mean, we living in a different time. I mean, the direct to consumer is cool, but we living in a different time. Back then, you can sell it out the trunk.
Mm-hmm.
You could, you could go to neighborhoods and converse with the people who really, into you, into
Right.
your artistry or whatever the case may be. But it's a different time, so I would definitely probably go with streaming.
Okay. Okay.
Or can we choose both?
I don't think that's
Right.
counterproductive.
Well,
I think you
well,
gotta pick one or the
I
other.
like Buzzy. I like what you said. Like, you know what I mean. I forgot the rapper name that you said that used
Reese
the
Banky from
website.
Frankfurt, 1,500.
Yeah,
Reese
I think
Banky.
that's a
Yeah.
dope. That was super dope. I think that should be the way to go. I think more artists should do it that way.
Right.
To be honest, man, I really can't get with this streaming. I can't get with.
Hmm.
I like the old days, man. I'm old school. I like, you know what I mean,
I feel the same way, bro. I
putting
feel
the
the same
CD
way.
together, going from
Right.
store to store. You know what I mean, selling your CDs out the trunk. Your homies. I like it that way, man. But it's more accessible to your fans if you got out of town fans, or you got fans that's in the UK or whatever the case may be. That's a good look. But money wise, come on, man. They giving the artists pennies, whatever the case may
Hmm.
be, and that's another story here and there. But I like I really love that.
Right.
But you first said the artist, that
Yeah.
artist,
Reese
how he
Banky.
carry.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. I love how he carrying it that way, and I hope more artists is, see how he carrying it, and and carry it that way, because Apple Music and all that. I think it's a big scam, man. I really do. That's my personal opinion.
Right.
If you want to, Shady, you can speak on the topic, and then we
Yeah,
gonna go
because
right with
Shady is an
D.
actual artist, so he'll be able to
Right.
really.
I think I'm gonna weigh in right. I think I'm gonna weigh in last. I'm gonna try to weigh in last. I'm
All
gonna
right.
weigh in
D.
Okay.
last. Yeah.
So now it's her
D.
turn. It's D turn.
But I'm listening. I'm listening to everybody's perspective.
D. What you think, D?
I'm not too familiar with it, y'all, so I won't speak too much. But again, I'm old school, so I'm used to seeing
Right.
people walk around the neighborhood with their CDs,
Yep.
trying to sell them. They
Yep.
That's
building
a
their own
fact.
platform for what they got, and they starting from nothing. But for you to go through another source to be able to bring them in money, and you not being able to prosper as much as you would in your own, I think
Mm-hmm.
do it yourself.
Right. I'm
Mm-hmm.
with D. I'm with D on that.
Make
I
sure
like
y'all
that.
share this live. Make sure y'all share this live. Make sure y'all get these likes up.
Hit the
Make sure
like
we get
button.
more
Hit that
people in the
like button.
building. Call your mother. Call your father. Call all your ancestors. Call
This
them.
only the beginning. This only the beginning.
You know. You know what I mean? So it come Dr. Dre with his shit, right? It comes Shady. So this is how I look at it, right? I'm the artist here, right?
Right.
I'm the rapper. So this is how I look at streaming. Streaming is an accessory. You understand what I'm saying? You have to have all
Mm-hmm.
your other business in order for you to even consider streaming for real, for real. Because at the end of the day,
Okay.
anybody could do anything with your product, right? What I mean
Mm-hmm.
by you gotta have everything in order is you should have your publishing, your distribution, your marketing, your licenses, and all those things that you need to produce commercial music in the real world in the industry. You should have all those things in order as an independent artist because you're actually operating as a business. So you have to fulfill way more roles than you would just as if you were working with a corporation, right? So you got to
Mm-hmm.
do all these things. You got to be your own publicist. You got to be your own marketing. You got to do your own management. You got to do your own recording. Pretty much, you got to do a lot of these roles that essentially will go to other people's with a big budget. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these roles that would
Mm-hmm.
essentially go to different people, it would in effect go to you, and that puts more of a responsibility on it. So even though you're getting all this money, you got a lot of stuff you got to do throughout the day. And sometimes these processes take you a week away from, or 2 weeks away from, really being able to even write, because you're doing so much. You setting up YouTube, you setting up SoundCloud, you setting up distribution with DistroKid, TuneCore, Apple Music, all these different people. You setting up all this type of stuff. You setting up YouTube. You trying to get over here. You trying to live your day-to-day life. You trying to earn money to fund your career. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, anything you put out, you're supposed to get back, right? You're supposed to be able to get back some type of way, because it's a business.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
I don't. I support streaming as an accessory. I think you're supposed to have direct to consumer goods the same way Adidas has flagship stores and all these other big brands have flagship stores. I'm not against streaming your music on popular platforms for accessibility, but I think you should have your flagship store where somebody can catch all your music at yourself and you can get all your stuff there. And if they can't use that, then
Mm-hmm.
they can go to something else. But
Okay.
Right.
I think streaming is only good as an accessory.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
I like that.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that
Okay.
too. That was a good job. I like D answer, and I like Shady answer a lot. So what's yours, Johnny?
For
Oh
sure.
y'all. D
For
got right
sure.
to see D old school. She said, I like to feel it, touch it. I like to see my peoples. I like to
No
walk
shit.
around and grind. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Levo said you got to do that A&R work.
Right. All right. We going to the next. We going to the next. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
want, let's get to the next topic. We got a good show ahead, man. I hope
Mm-hmm.
everybody is sharing this link. And I hope the whole city of Philadelphia is in here, man. Y'all already
Yep.
know.
They
Philly
coming in. We
first.
got 32 people in here right now. Let's build it up. Hey, listen, we're going to the next topic, right? It's a hot topic, and it's something that's we're going to talk about. Let's go. Ashanti versus Keisha Cole. Who y'all got?
Woo! That's a joint.
Woo!
That's a joint right there.
Who y'all
And we
got?
all came into them times, so y'all already know.
I got
Y'all
Who y'all got?
already
Keisha.
know.
I got
We gotta
Keish.
go female
I got
first. We
Keish.
gotta go D.
Yeah, we
D
go
got rock
female
out
first.
first. Go ahead, D.
I'm going Keisha all day. For one, don't get me wrong. Ashanti does have some hits, but Keisha blew her out already in my mind. So it's
Mm.
no,
Wow.
there's
Why?
nothing else to come back
Why?
from. Like, what can she bring to the table currently that's going to change my mind about our past? Because that's what we're looking at, our past. We're not looking at anything current from
D.
Mm-hmm.
honestly neither one of them.
Not to cut you off, D. Not to cut you
Go
off.
ahead.
I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Rain on me.
Not to
I
cut you
can't
off,
take
Johnny.
what? When she play that,
Love
what
never
she
knew
But I
what
should have
I
say?
was
cheated. But I should have
missing.
cheated. I should have cheated.
Oh,
I just should have cheated.
Come
Like,
on, John.
okay.
Hey,
talk
John.
to me.
Okay.
Talk to me.
Right.
Cheated.
Talk
Okay.
to me.
Right.
Oh, we
Okay.
get we
Okay.
Talk to
Hey,
me.
hey, D, explain when I should have cheated came out. Explain how y'all females was feeling around that time. Explain the motivation it was giving
Woo.
y'all.
mm,
Mm.
Come on. Come on. Come on,
Um,
Dr. Phil.
I'm gonna go back a little bit. For
mm.
for me,
Dang. How was
for
you
me,
empowered by
it
that
was a little
bullshit?
big because I was
Fucked us up.
Right.
it was a bunch of bullshit, but I was intertwined with it. It was a bunch of bullshit, but I was definitely entwined with it because I was going
Yeah.
through shit. Me at a young age, mentally thinking like, oh, he done did this, he done did that. Oh, I should have been this shit. This would have made me feel different. Oh, I got one up now. Like I could do. That's how it made me feel. Was it the right
Mm,
mindset to have? No, but I had it. Put it that way.
Okay. Oh,
mm.
D on some shit. D on some shit.
Hey,
Oh, we
listen, this shit gonna get crazy.
Facts.
go ahead, Shady. Go ahead. What
All
DJ
right,
Bugsy
so
went at?
I don't know what Bugsy went at for the moment. Technical difficulties. He'll be back in. He has
All right.
he got the key to come back in the studio, so he'll
All
be
right.
back. But
Go ahead,
this
Shady.
this my opinion, man. Keisha Cole was fucking with Jeezy. You understand what I'm saying? Keisha Cole was
Mm.
fucking Keisha Cole.
Mm.
Keisha Cole was fucking with Jeezy. You understand what I'm saying?
I hear.
So she gonna bring that pain. See, when we go to them verses, we want to feel. We don't want to see or hear nothing. We want to feel. Keisha Cole ready to make you feel, man. She ready to do the thing to Ashanti. Shout out to Ashanti though.
Ashanti though, y'all. Y'all think I forgot who Ashanti is. Like I think
I
I
think
forgot the bangers that she got.
I
I
think
think
you
I,
don't
She
understand.
definitely got some bangers.
I
She
think I
definitely got some
forgot. I
bangers.
mean, do
No,
y'all
she
want me to
don't.
run them
She
down?
do.
I
She
mean,
definitely got
Hold
some
on.
bangers.
she got bangers, but Keisha Cole,
How about
Keisha.
Keisha Cole?
No,
Got
Listen,
hold on. What
who
you
had a
gonna do?
run?
Keisha
Listen,
Cole got her swag
Imagine
Keisha
this.
Cole got her swag from who?
Imagine this, Mary J. Blige. But imagine this. Imagine this. Imagine Ashanti whole catalog, right? And then
Right.
Keisha Cole play, and all the females back there, and then Keisha Cole play love.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. All right, I'm
Yo,
rocking with y'all.
And then
I'm
that's
rocking with
gonna be
y'all. I
crazy.
forgot about love. I forgot.
yo, imagine. This how. Listen, I know she gonna get smoked.
I forgot
Listen.
about that.
It's gonna be some babies made on this verses, bro.
Mm.
I'm
Yo,
telling you.
this is a good
Imagine
I
that,
agree.
matchup, man.
I agree. I agree.
Yo,
huh?
we
It's
gotta
Right.
say,
definitely
we
a good
gotta
match.
shout out Swiss Beats and Timberland, man. This is some
Yeah,
yo.
that's a fact.
They taking COVID and putting like yo.
Yeah, that's a
This is
It's
they
they
don't
epic,
they
man.
they
definitely
It's
doing
had
some
epic,
good
man.
stuff.
Jeezy
They
Always
made
make it.
history, man. They
Oh,
did
dog
they got a whole Apple deal out off of all this, man.
dog. They had Jeezy versus fucking
Gucci.
yo. Come
And can
on,
we speak
Gucci.
on that? Can we speak on that? I want to speak on that.
I ain't gonna lie. Yo, when I saw that, that's why I was like, yo, I can make this leak was and
Right.
fucking shady thing happen. I can
That,
make
Yeah,
this
that
happen.
is crazy.
When I saw that happen, I'm like,
mm,
that's where I was at. If I can be raw and I can be honest, you know what I
yeah.
mean, and things
mm,
That's
ain't
what the
go
show about.
if things ain't go the way I wanted to go, wherever the
right.
case may be, because y'all know it's Philly. You know how Philly is. Philly is
Right.
Philly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the end of the day. But when I saw that happen, I'm like, anything is possible, man. You know how many? Let me tell you this. You know how many beef squash when that happened?
No.
When these
Oh, you
two
talking
guys did
about?
a verses together?
Oh yeah,
But
most definitely.
but
You,
that's
you know
but
how
it
the young
started
people
beef
look
too
at it?
though. It opened up a lot of wounds because the dude Lukey Poe who got killed, his son felt some type of
No
way
way
about
about it.
that.
Oh, talk about. I didn't know that. Now let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Think
Let's
about
talk
it,
about
John.
it.
If that's our family member, and you got this guy up here saying I'm smoking Pookie Loot tonight and all that,
Right.
that's gonna make us like get in our
Oh,
bag. That's
did
gonna
he
open
rap
up
the
old
part?
wounds.
Did Jeezy? I mean, did Gucci rap that part?
Yeah, what you ain't
He
said?
not only rapped the part,
He got up there and said it.
He said
yeah,
it.
he was talking trash
I was
at the
smoking
end.
on your day
He
home. He was
said
talking.
I killed Pookie. And I'll send him back to you again. Like he said it just like that.
He
Like
said, "You
fuck
sent
all that.
somebody else, I'm gonna send them back
Ooh.
again
Again.
in a box, right back to you." But
Yeah.
I actually,
But all right, let's talk about that right there. Let's stay right there. Let's stay right there. Right.
Okay.
All right. What if? What if? All right. We know how the streets is, right?
Right.
hmm
We know when somebody got a ticket on your head or whatever the case may be,
Mm-hmm.
right,
and we know sometimes you don't even know the individual. Sometimes you know we're not gonna go deep in it, but
Right.
sometimes you see some people that's not even related to you. Some people that just want the check, want to collect the check.
that was that was
What if
Gucci.
Mm-hmm.
That was Jeezy artist, bro.
it was all right? Say no more. Say no
Yeah,
more.
that was
Say no
Jeezy
more.
artist,
Say
bro.
no more. So
yeah,
that
it
all right.
wasn't just anybody. It
Was
was
his
Say no
they
more.
artist,
got,
bro.
yeah,
Say no
Yeah.
more. All
it
right. Say no
wasn't
more.
only his
Go ahead. Go
artist;
ahead.
it was someone he grew up with as
All
well.
right. Oh, all right. I didn't. All right. Say no
You
more.
know
I
what I
never
mean?
dug into it. I never really dug
But
into it. Okay. But
but I
go ahead.
definitely want to say this after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, QC from Quality Control, they
They
friends or
real
whatever.
close. Mm-hmm.
They real close. He tweeted something and said that Gucci said he shouldn't have done that.
For
So
real?
yeah, he tweeted something and said Gucci said he shouldn't have done what he did at the versus battle as far as he shouldn't have played the song. He shouldn't have done the song because
But
think
I think
about it.
Gucci's still like a young, like he's still like like
No,
a kid to me a little
but
bit.
I feel like this that needed to be done in order for it to have the mark that it has. Because if they would have just rapped and it wouldn't have had the stain that it
It
had,
wouldn't have had the same
I feel like
impact.
it would have been
Yeah,
fake.
Right,
You feel me?
right.
Out of respect, though, I think that song should have got skipped.
But out of respect on who
Right,
end, because
man.
you got to think about it. Gucci did get in his bag, but he tried to rob him. So out of respect for who? He
But I
definitely
mean, if
who's,
all right,
who's wrong? Jeezy. I don't know the in between. I don't know if Jeezy sent his man. I don't know that part, but
but I'm
he
saying if we doing
definitely.
if we doing a verses, right, Feast,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mhm.
and we see a lot of blacks getting killed, and we see a lot. It's like it's out of control now. It's out of control with the
Yeah.
youngins. We know a lot of youngins watching. We know the whole world watching. Why not
Yeah.
skip that song? Why not just skip the song? And why
Because
not like come on? Like,
Gucci told Jeezy, he said, "Man, I told you from the dribble. If we can't come up here and speak our truth, I don't want to do it. I told you.
okay,
I
I
don't want to
told
do
you
it.
that.
how you?
Right, Bugsy? Am I right?
All
Yeah,
right, how
you're
He
you
right.
feel
told him
about it,
that.
Bugsy?
He told
Bugsy,
him
how you
that.
feel
But
about it?
go ahead, Bugsy.
Well, it's a catch-22, and there's two parts to it. To me personally, I really like the stance that Jeezy took when he said about the real estate and us being grown men
Absolutely.
and being able to come together. I
Mm-hmm.
really felt like that's what won the battle. But I
What he
do
say about the real estate
understand.
though? What was the remarks? What he say? Gucci said he had $10,000 worth
I
of
had 10K
clothes
on.
on.
He said that because he put 10K on his head, so it was all
Exactly.
strategic. But what
Exactly.
I'm saying is, and I really felt Jeezy,
Okay.
he was on some grown man ish, and he did it for the culture because you got to look at it. We talking about all these dead rappers that happened in 2020. We doing it for Mo3. We doing it for King Von. We doing it for Nipsey.
Thank
We
you,
doing it for the culture to let these young rappers that's upcoming know
thank you,
that you can get past this beef. We don't got to
thank you,
keep beefing. We can
thank
come
you.
together and unify
Yes.
in the hip hop culture and the hip hop
And
community,
listen,
and by and large, the African
Let him
American
finish, Shady.
community.
Let him finish, Shady.
So I just felt real. I
I ain't
felt
say
him
nothing.
on that, and also when it comes to Gucci, I understand his plight. Because listen, let's
yeah,
keep it all the way funky. If a
Right.
man sends somebody to kill you, you never gonna get over that shit. You never
right,
getting over that. You
But
know what I'm
you
saying?
right.
driving,
You might
you
do it for the
driving.
culture, but after those lights turn off and after FOY leave Magic City, it's like fuck Jeezy, and I understand that because that's some
Hey
shit you
Johnny,
can't
what you
never get
mean he
over.
dropped him though? But he still tried to kill him.
On
If
top of
I try
that,
to send somebody to kill you and you kill them, it could have went the other way. I sent somebody
You're
to
right.
kill
You're
you.
right. You're right. You're right.
But I
You're
don't
right.
know if he got sent to kill him or to take his chain. See, I don't know that part. I don't know if
Right.
It
Jeezy
was, it
Right.
even
was,
get
it was. He sent
It's a
them to rob him, but it
it's
turned into a murder. It sent them to rob him, but it turned into a murder.
it's an ugly situation. But the
Yeah,
number one thing is, man, I enjoyed to see them even perform the So Icy. They
yeah. The
performed.
so
Oh
icy.
man, that
Yeah,
was amazing.
It was a
That was
dope.
amazing.
Yo, it was a dope
it was the
lesson.
best versus battle ever. It was the
It
best
was.
versus.
It was,
And let
man.
me say this,
And
right?
it showed growth. It showed that
hmm
men can be men. It showed that, yo, listen, man, you got. All right, I'm not gonna even go there. I want Shady opinion on this before I
Let
even
me
go
say
where I
let
want
me
to go
say
at.
one thing for Che going right. Again, I'm gonna
Mhm.
say this: if Gucci didn't show his real side on how he is, it wouldn't have gave Jeezy the ability to say what he said. He said, "Nigga, you've been talking this shit for 20 years. We doing this for the culture. We doing this for King Bomb '03. You see what I'm saying, Bugsy? If he wouldn't have gotten his bag and played
Right,
that song, it wouldn't have went
right.
to that point where Jeezy shut it down. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I'm
Yeah,
definitely with John on this, man. It was a good situation, and it made out good, man. Made out good.
it
It's
did.
something I thought I would never see,
Right,
like Roy Jones
right.
and Tyson. I thought I'd never see that
Like
again.
prime example. Would you think Ross and Ross
hold
and
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold
Jeezy
on.
would ever be cool?
Hold on before you go there, because that's
Ross,
going to cross
Ross
topics.
and
I
Jeezy,
still want
they
to
is cool.
give my
Yeah,
opinion
Yeah.
on the
Ross was at the
situation.
versus battle.
Go
Ross was at the
ahead,
versus
Shady.
battle.
Let Shady go. Let Shady
Oh,
go.
Shady, let
Ross
Shady
was
go.
at the versus battle, so they cool. Yeah, they
They
cool.
Yeah.
No,
cool.
I'm
Ross was
saying
at the battle with Jeezy.
I know,
He
Yeah,
was
but
on
I'm
Jeezy's
saying
side.
we would never see they when they squat. They been squashed their beef, but when they squashed
Oh,
their
okay.
beef, I was surprised too. So, but go
Right.
ahead, Shady.
That's
I
like
want.
that's right now as we speak. I think I would never see Leak Moss and Shady on the same stage. I'm saying that right
Why
now.
y'all so concerned with something like that?
Say that again.
Why y'all so concerned? Why is that so important?
mm.
Why is that so? All right, now that you
Yeah,
asked us this question.
I'm asking y'all a
Yeah,
question.
go
Why y'all
ahead,
All right,
so
John.
you want to
concerned
go
with
Oh, I
first,
seeing me?
didn't bring it
or you
up,
want
so
me to
I
go?
don't really.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
This is this is the rawest podcast ever right here, y'all.
That's a
This
fact.
this is the
That's
future
a fact.
to something big. This is the future to something real big.
No, the
I'm gonna
big
let
battle.
Feast go first, or D. Do you know anything about that beef, D?
No,
D don't know
No,
anything about that beef. So all right, Bugsy, you want to go first, Bugsy?
I mean,
no,
me.
no, no.
What
You
you mean?
go. You tell me why it's so important, Johnny.
Johnny Legend.
No. If Bugsy, you got something to say about that? I would love to hear it,
Well,
John. You got something to say?
listen. What I'm gonna say, I know about the beef. I interviewed Shady, and I know about it even before I interviewed Shady. But me personally, I think it's something that them two men gotta get on the phone with or DM through. I don't think that a platform can make that happen. I think those two men gotta come to grips when they want to do that. I don't think a platform gonna do that. That's just my opinion.
So I tried 8 months. I tried
Mhm.
8 months.
You definitely did. You definitely did.
Got all the backlash. I'm still getting backlash to this day about that, man.
Nah, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't really give you any backlash. My whole thing be, bro, I
Mhm.
just live and let live. You feel what I'm saying?
I,
Sometimes,
Before we
sometimes.
get to you, Shady, hold up, Shady. You asked me a question, right? I want to get the feast, and I want to give you, I want to get my opinion on it. Go ahead,
Okay,
feast.
feast.
I mean, I brought it up because I felt like I would never see it. Just like I said, I thought I would never see the day
Hmm.
Jeezy and Gucci would do
Gucci.
something. I thought I'd
Right.
never see the day that Mike Tyson and Roy Jones
Roy
would get
Jones.
some money over fighting. And I just
Right.
said I know I won't see the day them two do something together. I just
Right.
feel that way. That's the reason why I brought it up. But for the
Hmm.
culture, it definitely put a stain on it, like every other situation did. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It definitely put a stain on it. It'll make people be like, "What?" Because it seemed like from this point on, it'll never happen. And
Hmm.
when it's a situation like that, when you think something will never happen and then it happened,
Right.
it's like,
Right.
what? You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that was my whole thing of it all. You feel me?
Okay.
All right, all right. My thing, I had went in and out. I don't know what happened. Whatever the case may be, I'm gonna say this. I never knew Shady from Can of Paint. I always heard of Shady. I always saw Shady videos. Uh, Me and Shady got to knowing each other from me doing the first 48, whatever the case may be. I got
Okay.
Shady's story. Uh, I knew about his story from, what I mean, his rap, from his interviews, and et cetera, whatever. I saw the different side of Shady, whatever. He's definitely
Hmm.
a smart, intelligent individual, whatever the case may be. You know what
Okay.
I mean? We know the street side of Shady, whatever the case may be. We know
Right.
the street things about Shady, but my thing was my goal was to show the people the other side of Shady, and that's what I have
Right.
been doing on my platform, whatever the case may be. So in the mix of all that, I had bumped into Lee Mars. I'm
Okay.
actually on, at the time I was on Quilly ass. I was on Quilly ass about a situation. Quilly was doing a lot of mouthing off
Yeah.
on the internet. I saw that he was in Philadelphia. I went to where Quilly was at, and that was he was on Airy. I didn't put
Right.
nothing on the internet. I happened to bump into Lee Mars. Me and Lee
Okay.
Mars actually we had a conversation. He the one pulled me off of he pulled me off of Quilly actually, and
Okay.
we had a conversation. And that conversation, we got to know each other, whatever the case may be. We got to know each other, and we didn't get to know each other. We had a conversation, right?
Hmm. Right.
And the conversation, it was a good conversation, whatever the case may be.
Hmm.
So we grew like just like how me and Shady grew our rapport and grew our relationship. Me
Hmm.
and Leak Malls had grew a rapport and whatever. So I heard both of the stories. I heard the
Hmm.
Shady side, Mars
Hmm.
side,
Right.
and like like the saying it says it's two sides to every story, right?
Right.
Right. So
Hmm.
Hmm.
out of both sides, me it just it's just a misunderstanding. It just to me, my opinion, it is what I mean, that it's just a misunderstanding, and it's just and two fellas, two of both of these guys still had love for each other. I you know what I mean. That where I was at with it. So in my
Yeah.
head and my heart was I'm gonna do all I can do to put this thing together, back together, or not even try. They don't have to be friends, but we can put this beef behind us, whatever. Not knowing how deep it was, not knowing how deep it was, whatever the case may be. But I knew if Johnny Mac can do this, if First Food 8 can do this,
Hmm.
this can be big for the city. Listen, the city we have 750
Fuck the
acres.
city when it come to my
Oh,
mind.
All
Fuck
right,
no,
I'ma
listen,
get
hold
there.
on,
I'ma get there.
stop.
I'ma get
Hold
there.
on. No,
I'ma
no,
get
no, no, no,
there.
no, no, no,
Get
no, no,
there.
no, no, listen.
Hear me out.
Listen to
Hear
me.
me out. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. I'm telling people where I'm coming from, where I came from, where my mindset was at the time. You hear me?
Okay.
I didn't never know he did your mind. I never know certain things until things hit the fan, whatever the case may be.
That's
You
why
understand what I'm
my
saying?
biggest piece, that's why you should be able to accept me saying, hey, bro,
Oh, you
I don't got no problem. No,
know
listen
what
to
I'm
me,
saying?
man. Hey, hold on, listen to me. Because
Y'all
OBH
asked me a
ain't,
question.
listen, bro, OBH ain't Leak Moss ain't a copy here. I'm going to show you what the topic is with Leak Moss, bro. This the topic, bro.
Y'all asked me a
I ain't
question.
going to hold you. That's the topic with Leak Moss, bro. That's the topic with Leak Moss. We talked
NH
about Leak
versus
Moss.
Leakman.
We talked
All
about
right,
Leak
man.
Moss,
I
and
mean, we
me,
just
But
me and
y'all
Leak
asked me
listen.
a question. Y'all asked me
bro.
a question.
Right.
Listen, we talked about.
Actually,
Listen,
Shady, you asked me to ask the question.
No,
You
no, no,
asked
no,
the
no,
question.
no, no, bro.
You
I
brought it
asked the
up.
question because you guys brought this. You guys jumped into Leak Moss, and I said, why is this
I
so
did not.
important? Like,
Hold up.
yeah, I asked you guys,
Yeah,
why is this so
I
important
did.
Feast,
that
I
you
said
Feast
something
y'all
brought it
about
up.
it.
talking about? Like,
I
Feast
all right,
said
brought
so
it
something
up.
about it.
what I'm saying is
Your man brought it up, Shady.
what I'm saying
But
is
let me
why
say
is it
this,
so
because
important?
we,
Me and him,
Let's
man, hold on.
oh, Shady
Only
emotional
one
right now.
person can
Let
talk
Feast
at a
speak.
time.
What?
Let Feast speak. Because you're getting upset and we having a
the only
conversation.
reason
Yo,
Bro.
first of
why
all,
I
y'all
even,
rude. First of all, y'all rude. Let me tell y'all this, man. When y'all go back and replay this joint, y'all gonna see I was sitting back the whole time, and not you and Johnny. I'm telling y'all, I can promise you, bro. Y'all gonna go back, and I'm gonna leave it up, and I'm gonna leave it up for y'all. Gonna go back, y'all gonna see
That's why I said, yo,
Shady
don't
was
go
y'all
I
gonna go
said,
back and y'all gonna go back and y'all gonna see yo Shady was quiet the whole time, and every time it was time
yeah,
for
I seen
Shady
you.
Feast,
to talk, every
yo,
time it
Buzzy,
was time for Shady to talk. Hold on, man,
Buzzy.
hold on. Even now, you disrespect.
All right, go ahead, man. Go ahead, man. That's why. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Anybody else want to go, man? I don't mean no disrespect or no harm, but ain't no conflict on the Shady Show, man. We went from negative to positive. It ain't no misunderstandings when we giving each other opinions. You understand what I'm saying? When we giving each
Right.
other opinions, this, that, and the third, but y'all, nobody is gonna force me to deal with disrespect. You understand? I'm not dealing
Right.
with disrespect under no circumstances, and that's with nobody. That's with nobody. That's with nobody. You understand what I'm
The only,
saying?
so let me say this.
Hold
Let me
on, let
say
me
this.
say this. Let me say this because I'm
Go
upset.
ahead.
I'm upset because we came to give a classy show. We
Right.
came to give a classy show. I got my man Bugsy, my guy. You brought
Mm-hmm.
Deanna, right? We came to give a classy show. We got topics. We got topics that we supposed to stick to. We supposed to be talking about streaming. We supposed to be talking about Ashanti versus Keisha Cole. We're supposed to be talking about NH versus Leak Malls. We're supposed to recap our situation with that Meek Mill situation because we got context in it. We're supposed to talk about how important is it for relationships and women to be submissive. We're supposed to talk about what's up with lingering around in a relationship after it's over. We even touched on Jeezy and Gucci, man, and they ain't even had nothing to do with nothing. So I think it's a big disrespect to the viewers,
Mm-hmm.
me, and everybody that sit here constructively to put the time and work in to get this shit going, to go left and start talking about that. We digress too far away from what it is. I'm not here for that. And if anybody can't understand that or whatever, under any circumstances, that's not a but. That's not negotiable. That's non-negotiable. I'm not here to talk about OBH. I'm not here to talk about Leak Moss and the capacity of problems that me and Leak Moss got. I'm not here to introduce my viewers to that. I'm here to show how much I've grown, how much I've developed. I'm not here to be messy. I'm not here for clickbait. I'm here for the truth, and I'm here for the culture of hip hop. I love
Right.
hip hop. All right.
Right.
All right. All that
I ain't
beef
had
and
no
stuff.
issues, man.
I know, Bugsy. All that beef and stuff, all that chatty patty, messy stuff, I ain't with it. And that could go on somebody else's channel. I don't mean no disrespect to nobody, but everybody could do their own thing. But at the same time,
Now,
I didn't ask for nothing like that. But I ain't coupling with nobody, not forcing me to be disrespected or sit with disrespect.
now let me say this real quick,
All right.
because I ain't here for that shit either. I'm here for the people, and I'm here for everybody in here, for us
Right.
too, in support
Right.
of it.
Right.
First of all, with me even seeing that a segment can be in this motherfucker with his name involved, that's the only reason why I even said something about a versus battle,
Yeah, so
because
that should let you know
that's
right
the
there.
only re-
No, but
that's the only
personally, let
reason
me tell
why
y'all
I
something.
said something to
Personally, y'all talking about personal
it.
stuff in the public on the public platform. Y'all know personal things that won't even allow me to sit in the same room with that man and be calm. So the best thing for me to do is be respectful and be distant and be away from it and run away from it and stay away from it. I can never hurt him if I'm going that way. The only way I can hurt him if he coming, if we going to each other. I'm not going to him. So when y'all telling me to do something, y'all don't even understand what y'all saying. Leave that alone. Sometimes,
but we never. But listen, though, I know that's a touchy subject. You feel me?
It's
that's
real
why
touchy.
I didn't even meant to be
very
talked
touchy.
about.
It's very touchy. And we keep it real. We keep it real here. We keep it real. We keep it real. But let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. Because Leak was my friend. That was my friend. So
can we get Johnny back in here?
No, hold on. Things about my friends, right? Whether we good or we not good no more. At this point, man, I don't even want to talk about them things no more.
That's a fact.
Makes sense.
That's a fact.
Makes sense.
Right.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Right.
But I'm
so
here.
Hold up before we go.
You done? Go ahead.
Johnny text saying, "Is he coming back or he trying to get back in the room or something?" So I'll
get him back in here. Listen, I want to speak because it was.
I'd rather just get off of it. I'd rather just get off of it. Why can't we
we
just
move
on?
Yeah, we just move on.
Because I just want to make it clear. You know what I'm saying? I just want to make it clear because I'm not here to spread no beef or none of that. You know what I'm saying? None of us is. I see that as a touchy subject, so it's not even going to sit right at all. But I don't think nobody was trying to make it a thing. You know what I mean? For Shady to get upset. You feel me? I
feel. Listen, you shared your story yesterday, right? I feel just offended, and I ain't saying this to throw nothing in your face. I feel just offended as you would feel as people who try to make you sit in the room with the killers of your mother. I feel offended. I feel offended.
But they did.
All right. I got people that's dead too. We're gonna leave it there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, personal things that you should just leave it where it's at. They should never be a conversation.
That's a fact. But I'm saying what I said that for him to be even in this segment, that's the only reason why I was brought up. You understand what I'm saying, Bugs?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. But at the same time,
well, then we should have just left the NH versus Lake Moss topic alone altogether.
We didn't have to. I put it in there. You want to know why Johnny asked me, and I told Johnny I didn't have a problem with it because it's good for the culture. NH and Leak Moss having a rap battle doesn't have anything to do with me and Leak Moss' personal problems.
Well agreed.
One thing doesn't have to do with one thing doesn't have to do with the other. I'm not like that. I'm not blind like that. So NH and Leak Moss doing what they doing. That's just like if Leak Moss drop a platinum album, I'm gonna say it was trash because of my personal feelings, bro. I'm honest, bro. I'm honest. This is a podcast for the people. I might not have Leak Moss up here. I might have Leak Moss up here. Whatever the case may be, that's between me and Leak Moss. I'm so tired of these. I'm so tired of these cameras when good deeds is getting done. You understand what I'm saying? Put the cameras down. That's why Meek Mill in the situation that he in right now, not because he gave 20, because that's cool, but because the cameras is up.
The camera was involved.
When the camera's up, you got a certain image, and you got to uphold that image. And it's a reality that you make people hold you by. You want people to treat you like a boss, a superstar, Superman, the showstopper, the big guy, the big fish. So when you pull up and you see them kids, you're supposed to be Superman to them. You're supposed to shut them all up. You're supposed to be a real nigga. And just throw the paper out there. There y'all go. There y'all little niggas go like Young Dolph and them. You feel what I'm saying? You supposed to hand out on 20, man. Throw that shit out there like Dolph and them. Or give them all the 20. Make them feel good. You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, he could do what he want. Only thing we talking about it because he put it on camera. You understand what I'm saying? Put it on camera.
Right.
At the end of the day, man,
it's public opinion.
I want y'all to know this. I want you, everybody on here to know this. I'm going to respect y'all. Johnny, too. I love Johnny.
Where's Johnny at?
Where's Johnny?
He ain't come back in. I love Johnny. But sometimes Johnny be so sometimes you could be agreeing with Johnny and he'll still be arguing with him. You could be telling Johnny, no, I agree with you. And he's like, no, man, no. Like, bro, I agree with you. No. He doesn't hear anything. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. I just feel like it was all, we can move forward. It was all, it's a situation that,
let's move forward to the next topic.
I don't feel like, nobody meant any way to be disrespectful.
I'm just saying, man, I got four mixtapes. Bro, I'm saying I got 4 mixtapes. I got a clothing line. I got a website. I got merchandise. I got a detailing business, a mobile detailing business. I got a lot of other things we could talk about when it comes to Trendsetter Shady versus Leak Moss. I got a lot of other obstacles that I'm facing in my life than the dilemma with him. I got dilemmas. I got dilemmas as a father, being on the West Coast and my children on the East Coast.
East Coast.
I got dilemmas. I got dilemmas as an entrepreneur, being independent, and this COVID situation affecting my business, not and other legal situations affecting my business, not being able to do what I need to do to bring in what I need to bring in for me to feel okay and all right.
Yeah.
I got other dilemmas in my life. I got to get myself together. I got health problems. I got to get myself together. I got more issues in life than worrying about, yo, is me and I'm not in turmoil with them like that I wake up on that. Right. I don't wake up on it. I ain't in that much turmoil.
But the message wasn't for
I'm saying
you to do anything. You know what I'm saying? We were just speaking on a situation.
I want you to get
the message wasn't for that.
Irregardless, 100%. I want you to get this 110%. If they can't make you sit with the killers of your mother and poly with them and do verses with them, or they can't make you sit with the people who cause you hurt, they can't make you poly with the people who cause you hurt. Don't ask me to do something that you're not capable of doing yourself.
But nobody asked you though. Nobody asked you. Nobody asked you. Nobody asked you to do that with him.
I think you missed when Johnny said. I think you missed when Johnny said he did that for 8 months.
But he was saying that he didn't know the magnitude of your situation at the time.
Right.
He said he didn't know the magnitude. And in the room with the killer of somebody's mother, was there any bloodshed between the situation?
That's neither here nor there. In regards to
sitting in the room with somebody's mother's killer is if it was bloodshed, then I think that nigga wouldn't even be in the fucking segment. That shit don't even add up.
Let me show you this. Let me show you this. This right here and this right here is perception. On this level, you see one thing. On this level, you see another, and y'all could be looking at the same thing, right? It's all about perception. But in reality, when you back up, listen, in reality, when you back up, it's all the same. A person has boundaries. If a person draws his or her boundaries, you should respect that person's his or her boundaries and leave it where it's at. You understand what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
It's all about boundaries. So for 8 months, can you imagine somebody consistently for 8 months trying to intervene and trying to consistently get me to do something that I am not willing to do, and me consistently be patient, and then for us to get on this platform right here in any type of capacity and still knowing his name was going, be down there at the bottom, and we wasn't going to be on no negative shit, to have to even hear or entertain into that. Protect me. If you can't protect me for that, get off the platform. I'm going to protect all of y'all. I'm not going to let nobody come on here and shatter y'all peace of mind. Protect me. If you're not going to protect me, step off.
Right.
There's no buts with that. There's no buts.
It's not. But I feel like,
bro, I love you, bro. There's no buts, though.
I just feel like this. I feel like it just is a misunderstanding.
I lost too much. I lost too much to too many friends because of buts. I always make an excuse. These the rules, bro. Ain't no short changing the friendship. I renew friendships every day. If tomorrow we not friends, I'm okay with that. If tomorrow we're not friends, I'm okay with that.
That's fine, but you have to also understand. I know this is such a touchy subject. It's some subjects I don't even want to talk about because it ain't gonna make sense to me from nobody's mouth. I get that about you, but nobody was trying. He was telling his story on how he got to the point, and I said what I said because I seen it in the segment, which told me that, damn, Shady, he really on some shit. He really for the culture. He's really ready to talk about NH versus Leak Moss. So that gave me the thought to say that in the whole thought process of how Jeezy and Gucci were.
And then we're gonna go back, and then we're gonna go, and then we're gonna hold on, and then we're gonna go back to respecting each other, right? We had a whole conversation about how we were going to stick to the topics, and we weren't going to digress and go far away from the topics. We had that conversation. We also had a conversation about how this conversation was always going to be moderated, and it was always going to be everybody was going to always be able to speak their piece. I'm telling you, bro, I'm going to leave this live up just so y'all could go back and watch yesterday's live and then watch today. You and Johnny, and I don't mean to say this personally and make you feel a personal attack. I'm saying we're gonna
No,
keep
I'm
it real,
good.
bro.
Say what you want to
All right.
say.
You and Johnny, right? Y'all got this thing where y'all talking over top of people, and every time it come to me, bro, y'all cut me straight off. I never get to explain nothing, bro.
I don't know about that. I
Okay.
heard 1,000 times what Johnny say. I want to hear what Shady saying. What Shady saying.
But then
The
you
fact
never
that
hear
we all
Shady.
do
Then
it.
you never
Every
hear
man
Shady.
do it.
So
Everybody do it.
listen, check me out. But I made a conscious effort
The
and
only person
attempt.
I ain't here to do it was Bugsy because he laid back. But everybody do it. That's the type of personality you have, Shady. You do it all the time. I do it, and Johnny do it. But that's our personalities. That's what we do. That's it. I hear you do it all the time, bro. I feel like there
Can we
wasn't
move
nobody trying
on?
to get
Can
no
we
ill
move
will
on? Can we move
against
on?
Can we
Gucci.
move on, yo? Because we've been
Yeah,
on
Can we
this
move
for
man.
a
on?
I
minute.
feel.
Let's go. Let's go,
Can
All
y'all
right.
man.
bring Johnny back? Can we get Johnny back in the building?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
All right.
Johnny, where you at, Johnny? And it's we men, man. It's no ill will, man. We just see what's what, with certain situations, man. That's what we need to do as black men. People need to
Right.
talk and just move forward. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You
Most
know,
definitely.
it's just what needs to be done. You know?
Right.
It's just about boundaries, bro. That's what life about. Life about boundaries, man.
Absolutely,
Everybody got them,
absolutely,
bro. If that chick don't want you to sit
absolutely.
next to her, don't sit next to her, bro. Now, man, if that man don't want you to talk to him, don't to that man, bro. It's about
That's
boundaries, and
that's
because of social media made everybody accessible. You can see my wife, you can see my wife's body, you can see my kids playing, you can see my family members, you can see me,
right.
I can see you. Social media made everybody accessible, and in this age of accessibility, people forgot about boundaries. I've been in prison all my life. I ain't accustomed to the social media age. I'm not going for that. I got boundaries, bro.
Right. I just feel like, we see what it is. We just keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that, I don't feel like it was no ill will intent on me or Johnny behalf. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
it's not about ill will. The road to hell is paved with good intentions, man. The path to
Yeah.
hell is paved with good intentions, man. It's people
Yeah.
people
I'd
do
rather
good
me
all the
if
time.
if I don't have nothing, if I don't want to talk about a situation, I just say I'd rather not talk about it and keep it pushing. That's it.
Mm. Yeah, but I want to tell you this. Let's just move
Hmm.
on. Let's
All right.
move
So the
on. And
next
it,
topic is NH versus the
Leak
next topic is
Moss.
NH versus like Moss, who walks away with the win. Me personally, because I know NH music more than I know Leak Moss music, I'm gonna go with NH. I've been watching him since the beginning of the DVD era, so I was always a fan of NH. Always thought like he was very aggressive on the mic, good with his bars, and he represented that North Philly, and North Philly got some of the best spitters that ever did it. So yeah,
You back? Y'all here?
so
Who?
that's
What
why.
you
Y'all here?
say?
Yeah. Y'all everybody here? I don't know what happened.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I'm here. I can hear
Hmm.
everybody.
I'm
Okay.
Yeah, I can
here.
hear everybody. I can see everybody as well. So so when it comes down to them two, to be honest,
Hmm.
like I don't really know about I don't really know a lot of songs that NH has. I heard Real
Okay.
As You Ever Seen. I
Right.
seen him on a couple DVDs.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm just being honest. I'm not being biased and none of that. I just don't.
Right.
I never heard really NH stuff. You feel me?
Okay.
Even with Leak Moss as well. Like I heard a few of his songs. I never really heard his catalogs. I never really heard his stuff like that. You feel what I'm saying? I heard
Okay.
more of Ab stuff more than him. So I really
Right.
can't really speak on it too. They got different flows. NH is more, loud and he bring a lot of that oomph. And it
Yeah.
seemed like Leak Moss is more laid back. I don't. What
Hmm.
they doing? A battle or verses, right? They doing.
Yeah. Song for song.
So yeah, I mean, for Philly, I feel like it'll be a good look. But again, I really didn't hear really of they, a lot of the catalogs. I didn't hear a lot of this. I want to see it. I feel like it'll be a good look.
Yeah. Most definitely. All right, so
D.
D.
Y'all know I don't know nothing about who y'all talking about. Y'all know I don't know not who they is. I couldn't begin to tell you who they are, what they do. I have no idea, to be honest, y'all. So y'all can bypass me on this one.
All right, that's cool. In my opinion, like bar for bar, Lee could stand it with NH for sure. But NH archive, like his catalog of good songs in comparison to his bad songs is way more, and he gonna have way more punching power, in my opinion, than Leak. If Leak come into this battle, because Leak started late because he came home from jail. So Lee came home from jail, and it's not like he released an endless stream of music. He was like, just just release music, mixtape. You get what I'm saying? And H was doing so much. He built a career off of it. So NH career, in comparison to me or Leak Moss career, isn't, it's like NH is better compared to us. You feel what I'm saying? Even though we vets, but in the public eye, NH a vet compared to us. So respectfully, I think that the only way Leak Moss win this battle is if he go into this battle and he align his best power punch in 20 songs or however many, he get them lined up right. And the only way that he can go into this battle and win that is if NH go in there and don't line his songs up correctly. Because NH got way more powerful songs than and freestyles and things like that people cling to than what Leak Moss got. And I think that's why he had a disadvantage. He can win, but he don't want his NH mess up.
Okay. So what's the I think the next topic is one of these topics, the relationship topics, or it's another.
Let's get into
Did you
that. Let's get into that.
Johnny?
What happened with Johnny,
I
y'all?
did send Johnny. I sent Johnny the email. I did send Johnny the email. I ain't being petty or nothing like that. I sent Johnny the email. I ain't on no bullshit. So we recapping the Meek Mill thing.
Yeah, y'all can go. Y'all can go. You know, I told y'all I still haven't really seen it yet, but
Right.
we
All
did
right.
converse
So
over it. But go ahead.
just to recap on the Meek Mill situation versus the Water Boys. Who really lost? In this situation, Meek Mill lost, and yesterday we took a position, but with we gained more information on that situation, and just to put things in a proper context, it's a well-known thing in Atlanta. Water Boys, they are a public nuisance. They are a threat. They are violent and downright times dangerous and disrespectful. So they run up to your car, just like in Baltimore, kind of with the windshield wiper boys. They run up to your car, and that's their form of begging. They're going to force you. They're going to force whatever they got on you. And if you don't give them something, they're going to belittle you, disrespectful, maybe hurt you,
Oh, wow.
make you lose. Yeah, they're going to do all of these things. So when they ran up on a car with Meek Mill, he had that understanding of that because he is down there in Atlanta.
Right.
He is down there. He is down there in Atlanta. So he has the understanding of the climate of what's going on in them neighborhoods and whatnot. And also, people had a problem with him giving them $20. Well, I never really had a problem with the $20 situation. I just had a problem with how everything was going. But when I'm looking at everything in its proper context, it's basically a bunch of badass young boys. And being as though me live over there, he dealing with them like he would have dealt with them if they was in the neighborhood. If we would have dealt with them, these badass young boys, take this $20 and get on out of here. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
As far as people having a problem with him calling them runts, now I'm telling you, I went back and I did my work on this, man. We owe him an apology, honestly. But as far as people calling him runts, and him calling the kids runts, he really was only calling the kids runts because that's what they call them down there. That's the cool thing, you know what I mean? That's the cool thing to call them down. They call them little runts. You understand what I'm saying?
Wow, what's the meaning of that?
I would have known that.
It's like little runts. Like runts is like a weed. They just call them runts. It's like tykes, little runts, rugrats, little runts. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So he wasn't saying that in a way that was demeaning them or it was derogatory. Now I understand their aggression towards everybody running up on the car. On top of that, it's the video out that surface that them same little kids that's begging for money, they're on internet smoking weed, big wads of money. They letting everybody know they finessing them, X, Y, and Z. So
Oh wow. Okay.
with that, yeah,
That
with that
changes
being,
everything.
that changes everything, and we owe him an apology. Meek Mill, us up here, the morning crew, we apologize. You feel what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I ain't know
Yeah,
that,
we
man. That's
definitely,
all new
yeah.
to me.
And
Yeah, so
I,
they're
I
not
can honestly,
children.
yeah, I can honestly say this: we fell victim to looking at what goes on in our everyday life with
Yep.
dealing with kids in our community. We fell victim, right? And we looked at Meek Mill through the lens that he's been being looked at for however long that he's been complaining about. You feel what I'm saying? So I think that, just on that, off that, just definitely we definitely stand behind that. Them kids was bad as shit. I would have told them to get away from my car too. Get your asses away from my car, man. Get out of here. Get out of here. I wouldn't have
Yeah,
gave them $20
little
yet.
rough. I feel,
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
rolling
yeah.
with
They
that.
at that point they kids, but mentally they not. So go ahead. Y'all might
Yeah.
got a strap on you. I don't know what's going on. Go ahead
Uh,
over there.
Yeah.
exactly,
So
exactly.
we was
So
bad. Same shit. You know what I
we're
mean?
gonna
But they
we're gonna
worse.
we're gonna tap into this next subject, and I
Shout
think
out to me.
we're gonna toss this subject to Deke, this her subject. So, and she could start it off, and she can let us know how she feel about this. Let's go.
Right.
The first one I'll go on with is being submissive. How important is it to be submissive to your mate? For me, coming from a woman's point of view, I think it's very submissive. But I also that ties in with a lot, depending on again how you was raised, the household that you come from. Meaning, if you was brought up and it wasn't a two-parent household, your mom had to fend for herself. You watch that. You might have went out on your own, had kids, and now you defending for yourself, and you this independent woman, if you will. Um, it's all about you making things ends meet. It's not about a man at this point because again, you're alone. The man now travels in, he comes in, you and the man is, whatever, versus he move in and you move with him or however you want to look at it. At the end of the day, I think it's right for that woman to learn. It's not going to come naturally, again, if you're not used to it and you
Mm-hmm.
wasn't brought up that way. It's not going to come naturally. This is
Right.
something that we have to be willing to understand, willing to learn, willing to gain knowledge, and also seek out knowledge from older individuals that have been through this, that then been married for umpteen amount of years or whatever the case may be. Again, I think
Mm-hmm.
I'm speaking on this because I have a lot of girlfriends that's actually, well, women friends that's actually still struggling with this.
Mm.
So my
Right.
point again, is that again, I was brought up in a two-parent household. So I had my father. My father led my household. I can't really speak on too much other stuff when it comes to me not knowing. I was brought up that way, so I know how it goes. Again,
Right.
yes, I have been alone, and I had to defend for myself and make sure I made all ends meet besides any man being present with me. So yes, I am
Right.
still independent. However, I do know how to turn that on and off when I am with a man that I need to allow him to be a man. Again, I also feel like that also ties into a woman making more than a man. A woman being the, if you will, the breadwinner of their relationship.
Okay.
I feel like that
Mm.
also plays a part with some situations, not all,
Right.
but it plays a part with some situations when a woman is the breadwinner of that family or that household, so her mouth becomes a little bit more taint. She say a little bit more because she feel like she has the reason to. I still don't feel like that's an option. I don't feel like that's an option.
I agree with
Totally
you. I
agree.
agree.
Totally agree.
Yes.
I don't feel like that's an option. I feel like again you have to be willing. If you're not willing, it's going to continue, and God knows where it's going to fall short. That's
Yes.
just my point. I mean, I can go in deeper. We can keep going however y'all want, but I'd rather y'all go ahead and tie into it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Bug, you want to start?
No, you go and then I'll go.
I just feel like, in relationships, there's going to be ups and downs. And when a man is down, I'd rather be treated just like I was up.
Mm.
Don't treat me a certain type of way, because, huh? What you say, D?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Nobody's
I thought I muted
Oh,
myself. My apologies.
you did. I seen your mouth move. So
Oh, okay.
I thought the thing. Yeah, but I want to be treated the same way. I don't care what's going on. I don't care if I'm, I don't care if I'm broke. I don't care if I
Right.
got money. I want you to treat me the same way. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I'm still a man at the end of the day. Even if
Right.
I'm depressed, stink, dirty, in the room all day, treat me the same way you would treat me if I'm up. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
that's being only a woman can do that. Only a woman would
I
understand them
agree.
situations. A lot of women today, and I don't want to say everybody, but they quick to
Right.
leave soon as something go wrong. As soon as you chase a dream and you spend
Hmm.
all the money and things going left, they quick to leave. As soon as you ain't who you was 2 years ago, they quick to roll. You know what I mean? Things
Right.
change, but it take a real woman to really stay in that mindset of seeing you as a man regardless of what's going on. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Right.
Can I
Um.
backtrack a little bit, guys? I'm sorry. Can I backtrack a
Okay.
little bit?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that last comment that we just had up said something in those
We
words
got
of the men has to show these women they're worthy of us submitting to them. I totally agree with you, Kevin, and I say that in the most humblest way. We get with somebody, in a sense of starting this relationship. They give us who they are supposed to be in the beginning. 6
Mhm.
months down the line, they become somebody else. So, and again, I want to say
True.
sometimes we are dating people representatives. We're not dating them.
right.
Mm.
We're
Yeah,
dating a representative of a
I
person.
like
We're
that.
dating.
I
We're
like
dating.
that.
We're dating somebody. They got to give us their best in the beginning.
Right.
Mm.
Because if they don't give us their best now, what happens? You know, this ain't gonna last much.
Right.
We ain't gonna make it nowhere. But you get
Right.
to that 2 month mark, you get to that 3 month mark, you damn near at the 6 month mark. And at the end of the day, at that 6 month mark, people turn into who they really are.
Mm.
They give you the real them now. And now, how do I take the real you when you gave to me somebody else before? And now you
Well,
want me to submit to this new
But
person
what
that
if you was being somebody else?
right.
say that
What
again?
if you was being somebody else, and then
No,
that changed,
okay.
and I'm like, ew, and then I
No, it's
start changing.
possible. I'm not denying that, Trail. That's definitely possible. It happens with women as well. I'm not just making this a man thing. This goes both ways. Women change as well.
Right.
Oh, they clean the house. They look good for you. They smell good. They come home. They hair done. They look like, they gave you what you met, right? 6 months
Right.
down the
Yeah.
line, you come in the house, she looking like Whoopi Goldberg. Hair ain't done. Bitch sitting on the other bed,
Yes.
something wrong with her. So it
Yeah.
goes both ways. It goes both ways. I'm not taking it from anything. Again,
Mm.
this is something where communication starts all of this. Without
Mm.
communication, you lead nowhere. Because I don't get to know you without communicating. I could watch you, I could observe, but without
Right.
me forcing these issues or giving you my concerns, telling you my likes and dislikes, we'll never get nowhere.
Right.
Mm. That part. Yeah.
All right, y'all can
Um.
finish. I'm sorry. I just seen that comment, so I wanted to
No,
backtrack
I
on it.
think that's dope. I
Apologies.
was listening to
Yeah.
myself. I want to say this, man. I think
Okay.
is a relationship isn't going to work conventionally, and I say conventionally because it's someone for everyone, right? And everybody's
Correct.
circumstances are different, right?
Yes.
So a relationship with the male is the patriarch. What is it? The male is the matriarch, the patriarch, and the mother is the matriarch, right?
Yes.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
in that situation, the only way that situation works is if the man is a man and the woman is a woman, and submissiveness come in different forms. It's not just about being a yes person. It's about
I agree.
knowing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's about knowing when to bend when your partner can't bend break. You
Definitely
got to
agree.
know where to flex at. You got to know, like I know I'm married, so I know it's certain things with me with my wife that she just bend because she know I'm not breaking that, and then I know it's certain things with her at this point in life. I've been dealing with it since I was 14 years old. That's 21 years. So at this point in life, because of the fact that you know I know her so well. I know when she not bending it, so I'm willing to flex because I made those decisions to say, you know what, this is where I want to be at, So I
Gotcha.
think I think it comes down to each other understanding that, and then money becomes an issue when people don't understand that money can't make you happy or sad. It's the fact that you can't do the shit you want to do that's making you happy or sad.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even about the money because if you could have did the
Correct.
same shit, if you could have did the same shit and paid in slippers, you would have paid in slippers. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
If you could have did the
Got you.
same shit,
I
you could
got
have
you.
did the same shit and paid in water, you would have paid in water. They told you can go get a BMW right now for $10 in water. You're gonna take
What
10
you gonna
gallons of
do?
water up there. So it's not money that make me happy or
But
sad.
Shady, you
It's the fact that I want to do things and when I want to do things and I can do them, I'm happy. When I can't do
right,
things, I want to do them, I be patient. But sometimes I get sad.
right,
So it's about that. So that's my position on money and submissiveness and things like that. I think that
right,
without it, a conventional relationship isn't going to work. It's just not practical.
right,
Well agreed. Well agreed.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like
All right. Agree.
your partner can't make you happy either. Go ahead, Bob. You gotta make you happy.
I
Yep.
So
disagree.
happy. Okay.
I
I'll
think
let Shady
happiness
go first. Shady.
go
Well,
ahead.
we didn't even Bugsy ain't go yet to even elaborate. I'm
My
sorry.
bad. Go
We
ahead.
didn't switch topics. Go ahead, Bugs.
Okay, so my thing is this, and I always talk about this. I always felt like, and I'm Christian, I'm not Muslim, but I always liked how the Muslim man and the Muslim woman act amongst each other, how it was always the man being a leader, the woman being modest to that man. I mean, you look at the Quran and how they go about the principles of how the man is the leader, how women
Mm-hmm.
need to pick their battles when it comes to arguments, because I feel like some women bring their cattiness mentality that they deal with their girlfriends to their mans, and you got to have a separation between the two. You can't talk to your man like you talk to your girlfriends, because from the rip, it's all about respecting your man, especially if he's giving that same respect, letting you know his loyalty towards you. He keeps you up to date on the check-in. I'm checking in, babe. This is where I'm at, X, Y, and Z. He's not a cheater. He's a loyal man. He's a breadwinner. I feel like, women should owe that kind of man to the utmost respect. Now, if you got a man that's not on that type of time, then that's a different story. Then we got to come to the round table and figure out how we can manifest that kind of relationship. But I do think that being modest really can bring a real good I guess characteristic to a relationship. And I think a lot of times women got a lot of this, and it always turns into domestic violence, and I'm not saying men should hit a woman, but
Mm.
sometimes women say some shit that just ain't right, and sometimes they say it right in front of your homies, and then it gets even more worse, because then it's the pride and it's the ego thing. So I just think that women need to
Mhm.
really get in the modest bag instead of the all in mouth bag. But that's my opinion.
But I just let me say something off of that real quick. I feel like, a lot of women do this because a lot of men be doing
Mhm.
stuff to make them do this. Like how you gonna F your girlfriend's or your wife cousin, or you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Dudes be
I
doing some
understand that.
foul shit, man. Really. Like I knew situations with loyal, and guys turn them out to make them like that.
Right.
I got an aunt I love to death. She never cursed years ago. She cursing now. She just different because my her husband
Right.
turned made
It's
it.
the energy. It's the energy around
Yeah,
it.
Yep.
yeah. We gotta admit, we be doing some foul shit as
We
men to make
Bugs
them
in
say
it. They on you,
have it.
Bugs in the comments, Bugsy. They on you,
No, I'm
Bugsy.
backing him up. I'm backing him up. I'm back. That's why I
What
come to
happens?
battle
Why
to back
Bugsy
you up.
podcast nickname is mute? Yo. Why though? Why? What did I say wrong, yo?
No,
I'm
they
saying,
said
man, a lot of times women be
they said
like,
you ain't say enough. So let me say this. Let me say this, man. When it come down to it, I think the submissive part come with the trust part.
Here, let's go.
Mm,
Keep talking. Keep talking.
Like
Keep talking. Keep talking.
as with me and my experience, if my
right.
wife not trusting me, she ain't really submitting. You
At
feel what
all.
I'm saying?
At
It's gonna
all.
be a problem here. It's gonna be a problem there. I'm gonna have to get a little unruly here, a little unruly there. Scale back
Hmm.
here, scale back there. I'm gonna have to know what's
yeah,
going on. I'm like, damn,
Mm-hmm.
something going on. And then you gotta ask yourself, is this relationship worth doing what you need to do to make her feel secure so she don't feel like that?
Mm,
Or him or her. And then that's
right.
when it comes down to. I think that submissiveness is at first and always, whether you look at it or like this or not, I think that it comes down to trust, because when you do it at first without establishing trust, it was a natural trust there. It was a moral trust between y'all. And if a person break that trust and you do it again, you doing it as I'm giving it to you. You understand what I'm saying? I think you need it again. I think you should have it again. And then if the person that receive it does everything that they need to do to reaffirm that trust, I think that the submissiveness is going to fall behind that.
That all boils back to the man giving the woman what she needs for her to be able. It starts with self. Let me not say that. It starts with self. But when you're in a relationship, that man is supposed to lead. And that helps you and it gives you the insight for you to go like the push more, to do more. Speaking for me. I can't speak for everybody. Speaking for me. It
Right.
pushes me. That man give me that insight and I can see that he's about his business. He makes sure this is done. Our communication is there. The loyalty is there. I don't have
Right.
trust issues. It makes you want to go harder. It makes you want
Yes.
to go harder. Just speaking
Yes.
for me. A lot of women
Listen,
might not agree, but it works for me.
listen,
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, having trust from your woman is so great, because I could talk to a woman on the phone while she in the other room and she ain't tripping. You know what I mean? I could go to a meeting and she ain't tripping. I could say I'm gonna call you back in an hour and don't, and she ain't tripping. You know what I mean? Trust is an amazing thing. So that's why you got to be very careful not to break it. And if you break it and you get it back, you got to be very, very careful not to break it again. You
That's
know what I
number
mean?
one.
Just be upfront. Be real. Look, I'm going over here to talk to
Right.
Keisha because we on this deal
Right.
together. I call you. You know what I'm saying? Some women, we get say this that some women can't trust anybody. Just the way they is. They done been hurt so much.
Much.
Right.
They don't trust no. Like it's some women and some men that won't even allow you to do business with the other race
Right.
or nothing. It's
Yep.
some men that don't even want they women around their cousins. They that insecure
Not the
and
other race, the other gender.
I mean, yeah, the other gender. You know
I
Yeah.
was
what I'm
like, what the
saying?
fuck?
You ever met a guy that
I
be
was like,
like,
that nigga racist.
But a lot of that boil down,
Racist.
Trail, what you just stated,
yeah,
of they don't want somebody around the other genders because mentally they even doing some shit that they ain't got no business doing. They don't want it to
yeah,
come back, or some shit that happened in the past that they
right.
don't want it to come back to light.
They just broken. Yeah,
It's
Look, I
broken.
think
They're
that
gone already. They're gone mentally. Like I can't trust this situation. I can't do that. Or I'm
right,
doing some shit that I ain't got no business. So now I'm gonna think that she gonna put that shit levels out in so many different ways. Is unreal for the thought process, if you ask me.
Shady. Do
Because it
you
could be
think
a
that could?
whole lot of
Do you
different
think you
things.
can bring that trust back? If
yeah,
a
you can
woman
bring that
is
trust back.
not with you. I'm talking about if a woman is just mentally burnt from the past, like D was just saying. Like, do you think
Yeah,
you could bring her out of that?
yeah, we humans, we heal.
Time will
Do you
tell.
believe that, D?
Time will tell. Time will tell.
Yeah,
Time
we
will tell.
humans, we
But
heal.
we
If it's
make
worth it,
Right.
time will
if it's
tell.
worth it, he gotta stick around. Only death.
There you go. That's what I
One,
was on.
a two, a three. We never know how many tries you gotta take to rebuild that. But if it's worth it, you're gonna have to do it till you die.
I
And
ain't gonna
You
lie,
that's
feel
the
me?
Bugsy,
point. That's
because
the point. People don't want. People don't got the time and the patience for it. People run out of patience.
right,
People so happen to run
yeah,
Right.
out of time. People become too busy. People got
You
so
know
much
what?
going on in life they don't know how to juggle shit.
So that leads to this right here. That leads to this part of the relationship. Let's get on that.
Let's get on
Let's get
that.
on
Why
that.
do
Let's
people?
get
Go
on
ahead.
that.
Go ahead. I'm ready.
Why do people linger around and things are not working in a relationship? Let's go,
Mm.
Nafis. Let's say you talk, CEO Nafis. Let's talk to me.
it could be various reasons. He
Yeah.
might got the, he might got the bag. He might got the bag. She like,
Or,
yes,
or
babe.
she
So we leave out the room. She like,
or she or she or she might got the bag.
or vice versa. She might
Yeah.
got the bag. You
Yes,
know what I
babe.
mean?
As soon as she leave out the phone, as soon as she leave out the room, like, or she
Yeah,
might got the bag. It goes either
right.
way. Right,
Right.
She
right,
might
right,
got the
right.
car, all that. You
Yeah.
like, but
So
people
let's
linger around for a reason.
Right.
If it's the best, if it's the worst reasons, or it can maybe be a real reason. They may could just love you, man. Like,
no,
you know
some
what I
real shit. Some
mean?
people linger around because it be many reasons. It be like you don't know what the fuck you supposed to do. You don't know if you pulling the trigger too early. You don't know if you overreacting.
There we
You have
go.
you have an understanding that this shit is that deep, and you don't want it to go there because you know it might can't come back. Some
That's a
people
form.
stick.
That's a form of still loving the
Some people.
person, though.
Some
It's
yeah. I mean,
love.
no, I'm
If
saying
you
why.
wasn't in love with that person, you wouldn't even care about none of that. You'd be like, I'm out.
I ain't say not in love. I said not working. People love each other all the time, and that shit don't go. That I got. You know what I mean? You got people that'll kill a rock about you. You know what I mean?
Right.
You
Okay.
know what I mean? So it's not about the love. It's about why does it not? Why do people linger around and still go with each other when they be beating each other up? When we see that's not working, that's not positive, that's not progressive, that's not productive, that's not nothing. That's crazy. That's chaotic. We see these women, we see these men. They in these situations with these women where women constantly hold their kids back. They continuously had kids by them. Women constantly get them locked up. They continuously go back to these women. We see these situations with these women in these relationships with these men, and these men going upside their head and they using them and they taking all their money and they still going back to them. Why is it that we linger around in these situations when we know it's not working?
I'm gonna go last. I'm gonna go last.
Love is
Okay,
blind.
so I think that a lot of the times it comes from being with your parents being coming from a dysfunctional family a lot of the times. So they feel
Mm,
like, all right, well, this is where I came from and I seen my mom and my dad do it. So why I can't do it? Like I can make the best of my own situation. And then I think some of it with men and women, it comes from your self-esteem. Like if you got low self-esteem, you feel like this is all I can do. I gotta stay in
right.
Philly. I gotta be with this person. I can't see past go. I don't know what something new looks like. I'm not willing to see what something new is like. So I think that that plays a part in it. I think that also, shit, let's keep it all the way 1,000. Some women got that wop, you know what I'm saying? And whatever their other options is, ain't messing with that wop. Some
Yeah.
niggas got a bag. The other options that nigga broke, and vice versa. So I think it's circumstantial. I think it's the comfortability, the complacement. I don't want to get out of this address. I don't want to move from here because if I do that, I got to start over. A lot of people ain't willing to start over. They don't know what that other side of the fence look like. So they want to stay comfortable within where they already been. So I think that's what it got to do with it.
Right. We're gonna bring up
I
this
feel
top.
like
We're gonna bring up this. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no. I just want to say one thing, and Kevin just touched a little bit of after I just read this
Yeah, that's what
what
I
I
was
was
ready to get
going to
into.
say.
Kevin Jones. Go ahead. You might as well read the
Yes.
whole comment.
Honestly, I say because I didn't know who I was as a man, and after being in a toxic, narcissistic relationships for so long, it becomes a way of living, a norm. That's where I was going with it, guys. Some of this stuff be the normal for people.
Right.
It be
Normalize.
the
They
norm.
normalize it. Yeah.
They normalize
Yeah.
so much when it comes to, oh, I'm staying because I got kids. Oh, I'm staying because we bought this house together. I'm staying because he make more money than me. I'm staying because he know how to please me. I'm staying that 3 days out of the week we do get along. I'll be able to not get along with him for 5 days. It's different reasons why people choose to stay. Let's make that clear. But for me, I'm gonna go back to Buzzy comment when he said people grow up in a household that plays a major part. But again, 1, 2, and 3, that's always going to equal out. You have to make yourself accountable of your own actions. At one point or another, you have to come and say, well, damn, I don't want this no more. My kids watching me go through this. It's not the best situation for these kids. What can we do to change this? If your mind frame ain't the change to make it better, it'll never work. Why do people still stay? Because again, it's comfortable for them. They know what they dealing with. They can get out here and have to find somebody else. Oh, and not sure what this person about to bring to the table, but they know he
Mm-hmm.
gonna pay the bills. They don't know,
Right.
are he gonna be able to? Is our sex life gonna be the same? Is he gonna be able to please me the way that one do? They don't
Right.
know. I'm gonna stay here.
Right.
Is he gonna be able to, handle me? I'm a little off. Like he
Mm.
understands me, even though
That part. I'm a little
we
off.
might be a
That
little
shit be
we
real.
might
The
be
off part.
a little we got issues, but I'm off. You know how to deal with my craziness.
What you doing to help that
That's
offness? I mean, is
it.
that the norm, or because we made that the norm too? That offness. No, I'm a little bipolar. We made that shit the norm.
I
And
totally agree with you.
see what happens when a female is bipolar, right? It just be mood swings in the house. But then when that become the habit in the house, and the male becomes bipolar, he goes out the house And it's a little different world for these black men and these minorities and men in general when they go out the house and they're aggressive. And see, we can't control it either because we might come in the house and we might be peaceful as fuck. And if we walk into a bipolar moment because you're not doing nothing to get no help with that, yeah, a person could get thrown off. I want to say this honestly.
Go ahead.
He said honestly, I stayed because I didn't know who I was as a man. And after being in toxic and narcissistic relationships for so long, it becomes a way of living, the norm, like anything else, right? In portion of this statement, I understood that. I understand that. I making my policy now to like, I just don't want to sit with nothing that's really just going to be too much. You get what I'm saying? Because it's disrupting my peace. So I don't really want to be, a walking conflict myself. I'm not perfect, and the next person not perfect. But what I've learned is in my life, and it's been problems, and it's been way more good than bad, but it's been problems. As of far as of new, as of whatever, it's been problems. And the more I've been able to communicate and being able to express myself, like my desires and my wants, and really hear my wife and see my wife for what she want and what she desire, you know what I mean, and not being scared to say these things and talk to each other, communication become key. And I really think that's when the toxicity it leaves out of the room. You understand
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It goes, the more you communicate, the more toxic behavior
I
goes out of the
totally
room.
agree. Mm-hmm.
Because it gets to a point where as though y'all know each other so much that y'all know what each other like. And it's only gonna get to a point where, so in life is a journey. Y'all going to a certain point in life. If y'all getting there together, get on there. If y'all not gonna get on there together, then y'all don't have to be enemies when y'all part ways. You understand what I'm saying? And no
Right.
matter if you're married to a person, no matter if you're not married to a person, got 20 kids with a person, it doesn't even really matter. That's just life. If you and two people are y'all on a journey, if y'all start separating, y'all can't find a way to reconcile that journey, very few far in between situations happen, like people kill each other, people do dumb stuff, hurt each other. They end up just separating and going. It's about how you separate, and why you separate. You don't have to separate because you're attracted to another man or you're attracted to another female. You could just
Right.
you could
Comes
separate
with
because
maturity.
you could
Right.
separate because
Gotta be mature.
you could separate because the attachment is not healthy. The attachment in itself is not healthy. You understand what I'm saying?
I agree.
So
Mhm.
you could separate. It's like it's really a possibility if you true with yourself and you true with your intentions and you on that level. Only you know if you really on that level though. A lot of people not on that level. I wasn't on that level. You understand what I'm saying? A lot
That's
of people. My wife, she was on that level. I feel as though she was on that level. I feel as though she was on. I feel as though she was always mature than me. But on my end, a lot of things that I was dishing out, I wasn't, and I'm still not willing to take. You
Mm.
understand what I'm saying? I'm still not willing
Yeah.
to take. So it's like I'm battling. I got battles with myself, and I'm working on myself as a person. Like just trying to get to
Yeah.
a point where I look like my grandpa, or just like
right.
where life life
Mm-hmm.
life a car doesn't pull me this way, or a new pair of sneakers doesn't intrigue me, or a female
Right.
walking down the street doesn't catch my attention. You understand what
Right.
I'm saying? That
Yeah.
that's why
Deeper. It's deep.
I'm not fighting for shit that I've lost and whatnot. I'm just trying to be content for the things that I got. I'm being honest. You feel what I'm saying? I just want to be
Mm-hmm.
grateful for
Yep.
what I got. The little bit of stuff that I do got in my life, I just want to be grateful for it, and I just want to enjoy it, and I don't want nobody to take it from me, and I
Right.
don't want to give it up because I lost my cool, I lost my emotions, or I forgot what happened in the past, or I didn't put myself in the right situation, or I got on my ego shit and I walked into the lion's den. You understand what I'm
Right.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want
Right.
to be in that situation. The relationships that we share within our walls directly affects the relationships that I have with people outside in real life. How you see me dealing with people outside is a direct relationship of how I'm dealing with my household. I'm that happy. I am that happy. I do have outbursts like I had with Johnny. You understand what I'm saying? It's
Mm-hmm.
it's
Right.
moments where I just go off. It's not right. It's not right. I dealt with anger issues my whole life. There's moments where I go off, but I keep in mind that this is somebody's daughter. I keep in mind that this is somebody's mother. I keep in mind that this somebody's sister. I keep in mind that this supposed to be my best friend. I keep in mind that this my wife. I keep in mind that this is the person I made the commitment to lay next to the day that I die. So I don't put my hands on her, this, that, and the third. It ain't that. I might talk my shit, this, that, and the third, but I'm talking my shit heading out the door because I know I'm upset at that point.
Yeah,
But
but
a lot of people got to get to that.
real,
A lot of people got to. A lot of people have to get to that place though. And I'll say that to say that everybody's not in that space.
Right.
You got to be willing to work on yourself to get to that space. Because without your mind frame being in that space, you're still going to lash out. Things are still going to happen. Again, like you said, you're working on it. A lot of people aren't working on it. They dealing with it with drugs. They dealing with it with like out here taking these pills, doing drugs to get their mind stable, if you will, because that's what's stable to them.
right.
So there's a lot of things that come into play in our day and age. Like, and y'all know this. Like, there's a lot. But again, it starts with communication. It starts with self-evaluation. We got to evaluate
And it
ourselves.
starts with a strong ass woman that's not going for bullshit, because that's the only way that us men get our shit right. When a woman not going for that shit, not gonna keep going for that shit. You keep lashing out. I'm not gonna keep going for that shit.
Right.
You keep doing this. I'm not gonna keep. But if they know you trying, if a real woman know you trying, she'll fuck with that. But if you just on some shit, you gotta stand up to make us better. You know what I mean?
Most done.
There's so many
That's what
outlets.
I feel like.
You gotta look at it like this, man. I understand we make temporary decisions, but you gotta really think about the people that got your back. A real woman, she gonna have your back. Like, I recognize that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I've been out there. I know what it's like for somebody not to have your back. I know what it's like to be in the hospital sick and nobody's in the hospital with you. What the fuck? How the fuck am I in the hospital? I never experienced that before until I had to experience that. I never even knew that was even a thing. You understand what I'm saying? Because I always was with somebody, and before that, I always had my family. But you see, you don't never know what you got until you don't have that no more at all. And this place was something totally different. That man not there to pay that rent. That man not there to take that trash out. That man not there to help them kids. That man not there to bug you. That man not there for you to do his laundry. That man not there for you to get up under at night and he warm. That woman not there to do that laundry. That woman not there to cook. That woman not there to make that house feel like a home. That woman not there to make you feel like a king. That woman not there to manage kids because you don't know what the fuck you doing. I don't know. Well, my daughter be spinning me. My daughter is a 13-year-old mad scientist. I don't know what the fuck is going on with the school shit. She is spinning me left and right. I'm thinking she got 90,000 since she got 80s. She's spinning me this way and she's spinning me that way. But her mom like, no, pull this up, pull that up, pull that up. Let me get this. What's the percentage in this class? Stop playing with me. Get over there and get back in that class. Women have capabilities and men have capabilities that complement each other. Some of those capabilities cross, like cooking, cleaning, communicating, making money. But that don't change the role. It doesn't change the role, because the role of a king has always been a king, and the role of a queen has always been a queen. In the absence of a queen, in the absence of a king, a queen stands. But the pursuit is always to get another king. You understand what I'm saying? So this is the goal. This is the goal. This is the conventional way. This is the way. This is the way that we know exists. You understand what I'm saying? You know, and that's just what it is. I think that at the end of the day, man, I think people linger around in relationships the most is because they just don't know what to do.
Lack of understanding.
I think people linger. I'm gonna end it with my thought. I think people linger around in relationships because they still be in love with one another.
I mean, that's a lot of times. I mean,
it ain't.
I feel like that's obvious. I feel like that's obvious. Let me tell you this,
Ain't no
man.
linger. I don't care. Listen, it's woman that divorced a man and said you can have everything. I'm out. You can have it.
I agree.
I've been there.
I'm done with it. I'm not in love with you. It's over.
I've been there.
Right.
Yeah.
You know
well, not in love, but yeah, I've been there. I don't want nothing. I'm out.
Yeah, that you was done. The light man was over.
Yeah, no, I had to deal with it. And let me tell you something, man. Women think men don't hurt. Women think men don't hurt. They think we don't hurt, right?
No,
Because they
I think that's backwards. We think
nah,
women don't hurt.
we know women hurt, but
Bugsy,
we
come on,
no,
Bugsy.
hold on, hey Bugsy.
Hmm?
Women think men don't hurt, right? And
Okay.
sometimes in the breakup and sometimes in the reconciliation, uh, the hurt of a man doesn't really get addressed. So a lot of times the stereotype is that if two people broke up, it was because of the man. The man couldn't keep it together. And that's because the man was expected to lead and keep it together. That's
Right.
because what he was expected to do, it didn't happen.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah, a
nine
lot
times
of
out of ten,
relationships break up because of that.
then a lot of times out of 10, the failure of any relationship is automatically going to be assumed to be the fault of the male. You understand what I'm saying? And I just think that sometimes the hurt of a man or the things that the man seen wrong doesn't really get addressed in the way it's supposed to get addressed because it's kind of like when you come back, you only address the fruits and and the branches, never the roots. You understand what I'm saying?
Roots of
And
the
it's like,
issue. Hmm.
yeah, and it's rare. Like me and my wife, we discuss my things, how I felt, and things like that. You understand what I'm saying? So I got that opportunity to do that. But I know a lot of my friends that didn't get the opportunity to express how they felt. Like I know a homie that was devastated about, the loss of his family because of the decisions he made, right? He was devastated. It was killing him. But not to and it's not like he was hiding it, but
Right.
not to his ex. It was to her, he just thought that it was enough and she was just bombing on him and she ain't know like that pushed him into a chemical dependency. Now I got a homie that take Percocets.
Mm.
You,
Mm.
feel- you
That's why I
understand
went
what
to
I'm
them
saying?
drugs. That's exactly why I said that earlier. You'd be surprised where
Mm.
certain situations lead people. Like
Right,
it's life. It just happened
right,
that
Yeah.
way sometimes. I mean, and it can be controlled, but again, it's our mind that controls certain things, and then it comes with our actions, and then it just keep going. You know. So
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm.
mean, it's life. But again,
Yeah,
we got to hold
definitely.
ourselves accountable. We got to take
I
right,
feel like
responsibility.
that some people listen, the therapist tell you this when you go to marriage counseling. He said, listen, y'all ready for this? It's some people that come to my sessions
Mm-hmm.
and when they leave, they divorce because they
Mm.
find out that they gotta work
right,
on themselves. Not you can't work on a relationship.
Correct.
You're not ready for a
Right.
relationship because you're not
If
even
you
ready.
don't get
You gotta work
yourself
on your
right.
whole self. You
Mm-hmm.
look at one another and say, "Damn!" You really
Right.
realize how much issues you have upon
Amongst
yourself.
yourself. Self-reflection is everything.
Yes.
Hmm.
So
I
it's
agree.
some people that don't even need to be in a relationship because you ain't ready. You ain't ready for that woman. You ain't
Nope.
nowhere near ready for that woman, or you ain't ready for that man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta work on
Right.
yourself. It's always going to be an issue
Yep.
because you not your mind ain't right
right.
And
first.
you bring in all that baggage from previous relationships, and that's another problem that we have with relationships.
Yes.
I
Yes.
agree. I agree. I definitely agree with that. You bring in your
Yes.
hurt from your past. You never
Right.
healed
Yeah.
from that, and you jumping into something else. You got to
Hurt
heal
people hurt
before you.
people.
Definitely
Hurt
Yep.
people
agree.
hurt
Hurt
people.
people, hurt
There,
people.
there
That's
you
right.
go.
So
There
look,
you go.
we coming up on we've passed the 1 minute 30 minute 1 hour 30 minute mark, and we coming up to the last 15 minutes of the segment. We do have one topic left that we didn't touch, and it was the Gucci and Jeezy, or yeah, it was the Gucci and Jeezy. Who
Mm-hmm.
who really took it and why? If you guys
Okay.
want to touch on that, we could.
Um, I mean, I just elaborate back to what I said. I felt like Jeezy took it because the stance he took and what his heart to heart feelings was about it. So, and let's be true be so, I never was a big fan of Gucci Mane's music. I never thought he was Mr. ATL. I never thought he was a mixtape.
Yeah.
No, I never thought he was that. I never thought that Gucci Mane was a mixtape king of nothing. I always thought that Jeezy held his own when it pertains to, down south music, down to the gangster girls with shout out to DJ Drama Don Cannon,
Right.
Trap or
Shout out to
Die
them.
mixtape with the DVD when he was driving a Ferrari and selling his mixtape in the hood. down to I'm a Street Dream, one of my favorite Jeezy mixtapes of all time, Can Ban the Snowman. You had the Can Ban Snowman movement, the Do Not Snitch, and all that. So I just think that Jeezy just on another echelon when it pertains to down south music. And what I would say, Gucci Mane put a lot of people on to this day. Migos, I can go on and on with the list of people he put on. Jeezy really didn't put nobody on, so that's the only edge that Gucci Mane got. And this how he transitioned from being a street dude in jail to coming out, marrying his wife, being a businessman, getting the #1 hits with Bruno Mars. Salute to that. But other than that, I can't give it to Gucci Mane. So
Yeah, so let me say this about this Gucci Man situation. First of all, this post right here was the best one. He said Gucci dropped 1,000 mixtapes of Dookie. Look, check this out, right? It's quality over quantity every time, right? Gucci, one of the most, consistent rappers. He drops all these mixtapes full of bullshit that nobody really listened to, and they just hype him up because they more so concerned with his theatrics and his character. He does have hits, and I don't have one. I might have great songs, but I don't have one hit. So shout out to Gucci for all the hits that he got. But we're gonna talk about these bricks right now. And we're gonna talk about the bricks. He got way more bricks than me. But anyway, not for nothing.
mm-hmm.
He was outclassed and outmatched from the very beginning.
He was.
Jeezy came into the situation having an understanding of what he wasn't going to do and what he wasn't going to tolerate. You understand what I'm saying? And I can understand that position because I carry that position myself. I walked into the situation looking at Jeezy like a sucker, and because he did something that I'll never do, and I still do. I respect it after the fact, but I don't respect it enough to put. I don't. I got different. We got different ideals, and things like that. Jeezy is Jeezy, and Shady is Shady. But what I can say, I did respect him doing what he did. He felt as though it was worth it. That's something that he chose to do. And when he went there, he didn't let nothing that nobody else doing stop him from getting to his resolve. On top of that, he was prepared. He played hit after hit after hit. He played hit after hit,
Yeah,
bro.
he definitely got
You
the
He
know.
hits.
did.
Heavy.
So, and with that being said, he outclassed Gucci. Gucci acted out in the immature fashion. He acted out in the way that, okay, we respect it, but you got to understand your position, kind of like how we saying with Meek Mill. You got to understand the perception, how people perceive you. You got to understand that. So Gucci did something that was perceived as something that was way beneath him, and he acted out and said things that was way beneath him and way beneath the audience. That's why I try not to do stuff that's undeserving of the audience. You understand what the audience don't deserve for us to do certain things. So you don't deserve for us to have somebody on here twerking. That's not the audience that I'm trying to
Correct.
cultivate. You understand what I'm saying? The audience doesn't deserve for us to be on here slandering people or just talking down on people. You know what I mean? I say what I said about Gucci, but you heard what I said. Gucci is successful. Shout out to Gucci. You know what I mean? We got to learn how to look at situations. It's on a platter, so we can have our opinion. It's on a platter. It's been presented. It's on a plate, so we can talk about it. We should be able to talk about it. Let's talk about it, but let's talk about it within the understanding of we got a responsibility to ourselves and to our viewers who's watching and listening.
Most definitely.
Right.
I feel like they both definitely came and made a stain in the mark on a culture. I feel like I never looked at Jeezy as doing no sucker move. I know a lot of people did, but I feel like he was he was more of a man mentally. It takes a lot to get there mentally when you're from the streets. He was more of a man. He said, "I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing it for my culture that loved me, my culture that got me where I'm at today." You know what I'm saying? I'm doing it for my
Fact.
culture. Like, I feel like definitely it was a good situation, and um, I feel like Jeezy was nervous at first because he didn't know what to expect, and so was Gucci. He was nervous. You seen it in the energy. Because first I said, "Is this well planned out?" But when you look at people's energies and the way they're moving, it lets
You
me
knew it
know
was
that it
authentic at
was.
that point.
Right. I knew it was. I'm like, yo, this is really real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Um, and then the company that they had there. they had older guys in the background as OGs, so it won't go to a certain level. Because I know it was quite some time to keep.
And they
trying to
also had
think.
FOI there, the Fruit of Islam there. FOI was there too.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And we don't understand that how much of a mark this made to the culture. We do, but it's big. That was big. That was super, super big. And I feel like, man, they both definitely won. You
Right.
know, they both won, man. They both
Yeah, they both
Gucci
won,
won
and the culture
being
won as
man
well.
enough to come. The
Right.
old Gucci probably wouldn't have came, but he got his wife. His wife like, babe, you know, blah 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 blah. You know,
Yeah.
he won just for coming, just for showing up.
Right.
You see what I'm
Right.
saying? It wasn't like he was broke and he needs some money and that's why he did
Nope.
it. No, it took for him to be man enough to come too.
Yep.
You feel
Absolutely.
me? And that's what I seen when I seen that. I like Gucci. I don't like Gucci music really, but I love Jeezy's music. But when it comes
Right.
down to for it all in the whole, they
Yeah.
both won, man. And like I
Right.
said, man, it ain't too many guys that's man enough to do some shit like that from the streets.
Facts.
Nope.
Niggas be tripping like they
Mm-hmm.
don't think as go. They wouldn't even,
Nope.
you know what I'm saying? Like, and we talking about a situation. Somebody was killed, and
Exactly.
somebody was killed, and somebody defended themselves from a killing. So it's like who? It's like Gucci wasn't wrong, really.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. Hey,
Yep.
now I got to interject for a second. I just want to bring y'all attention. We up on the 5 minute mark.
Hurt
Uh,
people hurt.
hey, listen, check this out, man. I want to say this to everybody, including you guys. Uh, I definitely apologize. It wasn't that I had a point to make. Is
Mm-hmm.
that I had an obstacle to get over, and I chose to get over my obstacle in that manner because privately, I've said those things for months. So publicly, I'm putting it on the record. I don't want no problems with anyone. I don't have any problems with anyone. In a certain context, because we all do this hip hop thing, I'll speak on Leak Moss or OBH, but just in the musical sense of things. If preferably I'll stay away from it because I don't want no problems with anyone. You understand
Right.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
sure.
And that's the
Yeah.
last time I'm gonna address those issues. I'm trying to broaden our horizons and introduce us to a market that doesn't have anything to do with none of those things. These people don't know none of that. It's no reason to disturb people peace of mind with any of those things.
Right.
You know, we come in with
Absolutely.
peace and positivity. We
Pivotal.
leveled up. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? We leveled up, and we got to be grown because we all got
Right.
lives. We got families. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yep.
It's no
Absolutely.
my family probably tuned in. Y'all families probably tuned in.
Tuned in.
And I would like to
Right.
think that my family and your family said, damn, they treat each other great. They treated each other great.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
always welcome to sit with Johnny. Johnny could be back tomorrow. It's up to Johnny.
Right.
But what we got to do is we got to consistently and constantly have respect for each other, and we got to hear each other out. I know I get long winded. I get that, and I'll shut up. I'm making it. What I'm saying is, forget the old Shady. I'm walking in the new me.
Talk your
Every
shit.
day, I'm trying to be a better person. And for the last 2 days, I've constantly made it my point to stop when I was stopped instead of talking, even with my wife. You understand what I'm saying? I'm able to listen. For the last 2 days, I'm trying to learn how to actuate effective
Right.
listening and speaking
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
so that I can be able to communicate better, so that I can get to my objective faster.
Right.
Yes.
Time is of the essence. I don't know when I'm going to die. I don't know when my
Right.
last seconds with any of you guys are going to be. I'm trying to
Right.
leave a blueprint, a foundation for my children. And I'm running behind because I wasted so much of my life in the streets and I'm tired of it.
Right. I
I
respect
smoke
that.
weed. That's my personal choice. I'm a
Right.
420 advocate. I
Right.
take that before I take a chemical any day. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
In
Yeah.
fact,
Yes.
I encourage you to grow your own weed like I encourage you to grow your own food. You understand? So if a
Mm-hmm.
person see me smoking, don't worry. I'm a 420 enthusiast. Don't worry. I'm a smoke. I'm definitely gonna
Right.
smoke. It might not be
Right.
right for you. It might not be right for
Right.
me. It might not go against what I believe in, but that's just what I got going on. You understand what I'm
That's
saying?
your business.
It's
That's
my
your business.
business.
That's
And if
right.
y'all want to judge me, that's okay too, because I put it on this public platform, but I'm letting you know my position.
Right.
You know, so We up on 1 minute and 43 seconds, man. I'm gonna close out with saying before I hand it off to you guys. I'm gonna close out with saying I apologize for the confusion, you guys. I thank you all for sticking in here and staying. You understand what I'm saying? And I definitely want to do what needs to be done for us to make sure we level up and we can take this to the next level, man. It's only up for here, man. We just gonna share information and we just gonna get bigger and stay true and genuine, man. I'm gonna pass it off to you guys.
You go ahead,
Go
D.
ahead. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. We definitely gonna come back more powerful. Again, it is what it is. We here to communicate. Throw them chats out. We willing to go back and forth with you guys. However it needs to get done, we'll do it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
Bugsy,
your boy.
anything?
Yeah, it's your boy DJ Bugsy hosting, creator of Door for Hip Hop podcast. I really enjoyed my time here yesterday and today. So that's, 2 days in a row. I definitely want to see where this goes. Been in media for a long time. Salute to everybody that came before me. And, stay safe and make sure you, wear a mask and call your
Yes.
loved ones, check on them, especially the ones that are older, but don't not check on your younger ones as well, because the COVID don't have no discrimination. That's all I got.
Oh, thank you, man. We appreciate that. Hey, listen,
Yes.
I want to say this to everybody. Thank you for donating to the super chat. I think somebody donated something else. I don't know where it's at, but I think somebody donated something else. Whatever the case may be, from here on out, we just gonna look at this $5. Everything that's donated to this podcast is gonna go to this podcast, and I'm gonna show receipts. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna
Yeah.
put it
Yeah.
towards this podcast. I'm gonna have a discussion with the people that I work with the podcast,
Okay.
and I'm gonna put it to this podcast. The bigger the pot get, the more we can do. We can do stuff for the community. We can do stuff for each other. But what we're not gonna do is take the money and just use it for personal gain. I'm not
Correct.
Oh
on that
no.
type of time. I have a
Correct.
whole different business. Bugsy has a business.
Business.
Deanna has her way of income, the things that she got going on. So it's just like she has her own business. It's just like I want y'all to understand that we here at this point, man. This podcast, it's not the Shady Show either. This is the crew right here, man. So this is the
Right.
morning crew.
The
We
morning
gonna
crew
get the
podcast.
morning crew podcast. We're gonna get our stuff together. It's myself, Deanna, DJ Bugsy, and Johnny Mac. I want to say shout out to Johnny Mac. I love you, my brother. I know we disagreed, and I know we're gonna have to talk about it. I know I'm gonna have to I'm really gonna have to cut like 5 hours out of my day to go talk to Johnny. That's my brother, and I'm gonna do that because that
Right.
relationship is worth it, right? I
Right.
say
Yes.
if the
Yes.
Yeah.
relationship
Yes.
is worth it, then
Worth it.
it's worth it. You understand what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
And I got to go talk to him, and I'm gonna talk to him, and it's gonna be more so me listening because I want to really hear what he has to say so I can understand where the disconnect at between what I'm saying to him and what he's saying back to
Saying
me.
to you. Correct.
Right.
Yep.
I really need that. Oh, I ain't my bad. Nah. My bad, nah. I thought you was there that whole time, bro. I was looking at you. I was looking at you at the bottom of my screen. That's why I thought you was there. But
Yeah.
yeah, I wanna get to a point. Shout out to Kevin Johnson. Oh, shout out to
Oh,
Kevin
Kevin
Jones, Billy
Jones.
O. Jones. Thanks
Salute
for
to
the
Kevin Jones.
donation.
Thank you, Kev.
$15. Thank you for sure, man.
Well,
Uh,
like I said, I appreciate y'all, man, and let's get that group text going so we can focus on what's next for the next episode. But like I said, I
Yes.
appreciate all y'all.
Yeah.
right. All right,
I
man.
gotta
It's
go,
not.
man.
All right, man. Salute DJ Bugsy, man. Nah, you got
All
anything
right,
you want to
boss.
say on the go out?
Have a
Hey
good
man,
one,
I
bro.
appreciated this. I had a good time, and I thank everybody for showing love and sending them super chats out for us to do things we need to do to up this business, and
Right.
tune in next time, man. We're gonna get better and better.
Yeah, love
Love
is love.
you.
Peace is
Thanks
peace,
for having
man.
me.
Y'all
I'm
know what it
CEO
is, man.
on all platforms. You can reach me at
Yes,
CEO
sir. Hold
92 on
on,
all
hold on.
platforms.
Let me put this up there before we go, man. Let me put this up there. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at I am Trendsetter Shady, DJ Bugsy at DJ Bugsy 215, at All Minds _31, at Philly First 48, at CEO Not Feast. Make sure y'all support the support chat. Thank you guys for supporting the support chat. Make sure you guys visit my website, www.theshadyshow.com. Cop some merchandise. If you don't want to just send free money, that's okay too. Everything's going to be used to make this thing bigger so we can have a better experience. You understand what I'm saying? We coming for the world, man.
Later.
Peace out.
Peace out.
All right, bro. I'm gonna check this last comment out. All right, I'm going, man. Peace out to y'all, man. Y'all make sure y'all do what y'all need to do.